You all know the power of Tableau, but do you know that Data Cloud plus AI can make Tableau even super? But I'm going to show you 9 such ways that data and AI is going to make Tableau supercharged. Let's go. First, connecting to CRM. Now, as you all know, connecting to CRM can be quite onerous because you have to do a lot of ETL and like bring them into lakes and warehouses and then be able to go run Tableau on top of it. Not so anymore. With the power of our data cloud, all you have to do data streams tab and you can then go choose the CRM connectors of your choice and connect them and install the bundles. Or you can individually bring any of those objects automatically into Data Cloud. Now, in my example, I've already just enabled my sales bundle and it automatically, within a few minutes, brought me the data for account leads and contact. And just so to show you how easy it is, we have this query editor that is built right into Data Cloud, and you can quickly check what those whether those data actually made it or not. And as you can see here, we have a whole bunch of data in accounts, leads, and contacts that have quite made it. All right. Now that's just with data. So you have now all your CRM data that you can start querying on. And with Tableau, connecting to Data Cloud is no major issues. All you have to do is go to the connectors here, click on Data Cloud. You can sign in right there. Now, once this is configured, as you can see here, all these tables are just available right away. And you can look at the data models or data lake objects, doesn't matter. And you have the account contact lead or in the modeled object as well. And you can simply drag and drop the contact. You can put contact ID here. You can see all the contact IDs, their birth dates, maybe their first and last names. All right, so that is as simple as checking to CRM. Now, it's not just about CRM. It can also bring in all your data. Your data may be in your web and mobile. Your data may be sitting in Snowflake here. With the power of Data Cloud, what we allow you to do is to be able to bring all of the data through these simple connectors. And just like you saw with CRM, it's as trivial to bring in marketing data, engagement data, web and mobile data on all of these connectors. And regardless of how you bring all of that data, whether it's a real-time behavioral event from your web and mobile, as you can see here, or whether it's a contact that's coming from Sales Cloud that we just saw before, or it's even an external data coming in Snowflake. They're all just Salesforce objects. So that also means they all appear just as Tableau tables, which means you can also start querying them live. As you can see here, I have my data, I have my case data that I can actually query all over. But that's just not about all your data. All this is also live data, right? Because as Data Cloud, for example, you have the FedEx shipments here, and I have mapped the individual and external shipments. And as you can see here, this is for that specific John Adams. I have all these shipments mapped. Now, maybe let's go update the shipments here to cancel. Remember, this is an external data coming from Snowflake into Data Cloud, and it's manifested as a table. You see here, it all became canceled in Tableau. But Tableau will also refresh. Remember, Tableau caches data. So I'm just going to go here to the data and say refresh data source. And then instantly, you should see here, all that data is refreshed right away. See that? That's live data for you. It's not just this, any data that's coming into Data Cloud is also can be refreshed live. But that's not all. As you know, many of you want to do transformations with Tableau, with all the data that is coming to Tableau, and you can do that too with our powerful streaming or batch transforms. With streaming, you can do row by row. With batch, you can do these sophisticated batch transforms, as I'm doing here for a case object. And all of that data is available in Tableau. But that's not all. Because you can bring data from many, many, many sources, you can harmonize this into these out of the box harmonized models So, for example, I can have the individual, the lead, the accounts, and case, and so on and so forth. And all of this data coming from many, many, many sources is now usable in Tableau. But because we have built on this canonical reference model, that also means we have the ability to now ship these accelerators, as we call them, because I can now use this simple accelerator. We have a lot of accelerators that we've shipped out of the box, and you can just simply use an accelerator and create a workbook. See, a workbook already working on all of this data because it's built on the harmonized model. That's not all. With the power of reunification, you can also get a 360 view of that data. Now, did I say we are AI powered? Absolutely. You can create all these rich multidimensional calculated insights on all of that data. But in addition, with our simple Einstein Studio, you can be an Einstein yourself and create a model from scratch. And it's as simple as just clicking, whether you want to do case escalation, whether you want to do lead score conversion. You can simply click here, click next, and with a few questions, you can create this rich lead conversion score as an example. And with this, it also allows you to figure out what are the training models, training metrics, adjust the score without knowing anything about, without knowing how to kind of do it. It automatically does it for you. And now we have this data model objects called leads, right, which is now related to this lead score. And now that is directly mappable in Tableau because guess what? The mapping and the scores are also just objects. So that means I can actually have the leads here. I can put the converted score right there. I can also, remember this is all live query, I can also put a color here and make it discrete, continuous. So you get a colored chart of all these leads and their converted score. How easy is that? Now, that's not all. If you have your own sort of, if you want to do your own, you can also go to Amazon, Vertex, Databricks. As you can see here, I've created a Databricks model. All that can also be brought into Tableau. But so far, we've been talking about structured data. With the power of Data Cloud and AI LLM, you can also bring all the unstructured data, whether it's your SharePoint workbooks, your case articles, any of those, because it's trivially, you can just create what is called as a vector index on all of this data. You just have to choose the object and click next, and then we will create a vector index automatically for you. And all of that vector index is a simple query for you. As you can see here, it's a vector search. And because we have structured data, you can now map it back to the structured data. And so that means you can start querying right. Well, it's not just unstructured. Everything is also pulsable. And we can, everything is also pulsable. And with the power of our pulse, you can now look at any of this data, create a pulse metric on top of it, and search and ask set of questions. What has increased? What cases have been closed? And many, many, many more. But that's not all. You can also see all your dashboards. We have built-in segment and say service intelligence that's based on all this data. But you can also bring CRM analytics dashboards. You can even build new reports and dashboards on all of this data, clicking on Data Cloud reports, and you can simply build any kind of reports on top of this data. And embedded throughout your dashboards, here's the consumption data coming from Google embedded into your account as well. So that is the power of our data and AI platform for Tableau. Thank you.